It gets to you every time when you hear that Italian national anthem. There's just something about it, and it's really kind of added to it's already a hot atmosphere inside the Paralimpico. And the face mask wearing Marco Bellinelli protecting that broken cheekbone. Alexander Petrovic, the Croatia coach. So many interesting characters involved in this game tonight. Here's three of them as well. Matej Boltauser in the middle from Slovenia. Jorge Vasquez on the right from Puerto Rico, and Emilio Perez from Spain on the left. So confirmation those three guys have done a good job to be given this game as the referees. So this is what it's all about, really. I mean, both of these teams had dreamed about getting into the final last year, but they came up short. Here they are. If they win this game, they're going to the Olympics. For Italy, quite a lineup.
Yeah, I mean, you look at it, a number of well-known names in there. Andrea Bargnani, Daniele Gallinari, for sure. The star probably so far in this game has been, this tournament has been Marco Bellinelli. He's been kind of the leader for Italy, but watch out for Daniel Hackett. He plays such a crucial role in the game, in the victory over Croatia, especially on the defensive end.
So Gentili in that starting lineup and not Tome, and Tome will come off the bench for Alexander Petrovic. Well, we've known that Šarić has been outstanding. We know that Bojan Bogdanovic, Simon stepped up against Greece.
Well, that's what we said, isn't it? Bogdanovic and Šarić have been absolutely, arguably, two of the best players in this tournament. The question is, who else comes for Croatia? Is it going to be Mario Hezonja? Is it going to be Krunoslav Simon? Is it going to be, you know, any of these other Croatian players? But somebody has to step up.
So Miro Bilan starts again with Šarić, Bogdanovic, Roko Ukic, and Krunoslav Simon.
But no Mario Hezonja.
Well, the coach told us that Hezonja was going to be guarding. Who was it?
Daniel Hackett.
Daniel Hackett. So maybe he'll come in.
Yeah, I mean, and that's just one of the many intriguing matchups that you've got. We've talked about, you know, Dario Šarić, how well he's been playing. He'll be matching up against Gallinari. But also, you know, these guys are keys. Bargnani needs to score on the inside for Italy, and Šarić has to continue his, you know, scintillating performance up until this point.
Yeah, Šarić, for my money, it's Bogdanovic and Šarić, number one and number two in terms of quality performances, and they are neck and neck in this tournament. Ettore Messina, well, second stint as Italy coach, and so far he's done what everybody hoped and even expected him to do. He's gotten into this final. There's still that big hurdle to clear, though. They've got to clear it one more time, and Alexander Petrovic, he certainly works the referees, and I think that's why he heard it in the pregame warm-ups.
Well, he believed Croatia lost because of the influence of the referees, who changed the rhythm of the game, as he put it, in the third period. That period that they lost 21-12 in the last game. You know, that's the difference. 9-point swing in that quarter. They ended up losing by 7. So he felt the referees had a strong influence towards Italy winning this game. He'll be working them, like you say, from the sideline. But, you know, let's just hope for another game like the first one, because it really was a back-and-forth game in Croatia's opening game, and never once in the game was there a double-figure lead.
Well, good evening, everyone. If you're just joining us, welcome to the Paralimpico in Turin in the north of Italy. It's the final of the FIBA Olympic qualifying tournament between Croatia and Italy. Croatia start things off wearing the white, attacking, and Simon starts with a three, just as he did against Greece.
Well, Croatia have been known to have some quick starts in this tournament, and that's probably the quickest of the lot. They came out exceptional against Greece yesterday, jumped out 31 points they scored in the first quarter.
Now Bellinelli, and what a great shot from Marco Bellinelli. And now Simon will probe and makes the pass to Ukic. Simon from the corner. And Gallinari, who had 15 points in the first half against Mexico, gets the rebound. Still haven't seen Gallinari at his best in this tournament. Maybe he's saving the best for last.
I can't wait for this matchup again. Gallinari versus Saric.
Gentile in the lane, and that's a very positive move for him.
I wonder if the move to put Gentile in is just to get him going. See if they can go to him early, get him some confidence, because he hasn't played well so far here in Turin.
I thought he played well as a starter last year at the Eurobasket. Here's Šarić, and a foul called on Gallinari.
Yeah, I mean, Gentile is a brilliant player. We see him here. You know, he's got all the skill in the world. He's been a big-time scorer throughout his career, really, playing in Italy. So he has the quality. He just hasn't put it together in the opening games, has he?
Bogdanovic. Gentile has the assignment. Simon drives in, and offensive foul. I didn't see that.
I mean, Bellinelli made a big deal of it. Seemed as frustrated. He's shouting his players on the sideline.
And now a technical foul has been called already. Simon now arguing.
Simon has got the technical.
I mean, in fairness to him, I was surprised they called the foul. I thought it was going to be potential three-point play. So Petrovic just kind of pacing the sidelines. Watch this. Oh, so is it Bogdanovic that got the tee?
Simon got it, but then Bogdanovic is the captain.
Okay,
He's
so
gone
he
over to speak to the
him.
official, trying to calm the situation. For me, you can. Bronislav Seaman had the advantage on the drive. He was a step ahead of Bellinelli. There's no point in him, making the contact or making the move offensively to push him out of the way because he was so far in advance. It's Bellinelli that's trying to claw his way back into the play.
Bellinelli, and Bargnani follows Šarić, holds his ground, and Bargnani travels.
Seaman's not happy because they've twice taken very quick shots from the perimeter, Italy. And that's what he's kind of saying. You see, now he's talking. That's directed to Marco Bellinelli, who's just catch and shot the ball really quickly out of the offense 2 times in a row. It's very similar to how we saw Greece play at the start of the game against Croatia, if you remember. For those of you that saw it, Greece come down first 5 possessions, shot threes.
Yeah. Because
Croatia just gave them the shot. If you don't make them, it then changes the complexity of the game.
Croatia went up by 24 on Greece, and then Greece came all the way back to take the lead, only for Croatia then to win. Here's Bogdanovic, drives in, good defense. Hackett brings it up the floor, heads up. Really has become a key man for this Italy team. Puts up the jumper, and Gentile battling for the rebound. Šarić with the board. Šarić pulls up and rattles out.
You can see the nerves of both teams. I think offensively tough to get a basket right now.
Gallinari turns, shoots, misses. Roko Ukic at the line. And missed everything.
Yeah, great defense from Hackett. I mean, he did everything but block the shot. I like this from Italy. Go to the inside.
Nice pass to Gentile, but travel.
Yeah. Spot on the official. I like the call from Italy. Hackett posting up against Roko Ukic. Gentile making the cuts as well. It allows Bargnani to play around that foul line area. You see him kind of operating higher, and that's what he likes to do more than play in the low post, but they've got very effective guards at posting up.
So yeah, it was a good call. You saw him catch it, and then he jumped both feet. Here's Simon, looks off the pass, drives in, misses the layup.
Beautiful move, poor finish. Bellinelli's going to be open here.
Bellinelli back to the corner. Gentile, and it rims out again.
That's been his tournament, really. Great move. Shot looks like it's going to fall, just rims out.
The scrap and a technical foul called on Bargnani.
I think it's on Gentile. No, you're right. My fault.
Matej Bolthauser. And I think it's easier to make that call, the technical, after you've called one on the other team. So you got to be consistent. Now remember, Italy missed their technical free throw. And here's Bojan Bogdanovic, and Kuzin comes in. So that's 2 fouls now. He picks up the foul and the technical. So Bargnani takes a seat. And Bogdanovic. And they're going to stop because there's a scoreboard issue.
The problem with the score between Italy and Croatia again.
This could actually help Italy because they seem to be not in sync.
Both teams it's a frustrated start. You can see what it means. Croatia have got frustrated with the official. They've got to be careful of that because it was the third period. While Italy played fantastic in that third quarter of the first game, it was Croatia that kind of took themselves out of it as well by getting too involved with the referees, worrying about the calls, what was happening, how the game was going, how they were being, harshly done by. So they've just got to refocus on the game. Italy, this means so much to them. They've just got to calm.
So timeout on the floor. Croatia lead at 4-2 over Italy. Well, Tori Messina, as we have a delay here as they try to sort out a scoreboard issue, trying to get his players' attention, not really in the flow. Gallinari was quite interesting yesterday after their win, talking about how defensively they've been consistently good in this tournament, and that has to continue. But offensively, they've had their ups and downs.
Well, I think you have to remember all of these teams have had a short preparation phase coming into this tournament. They haven't been together for a long period of time. They've coming off the back of club seasons, domestic seasons as well. So offensively, that's something that often takes a little bit longer to really get together. Whereas defensively, it's quite easy to establish the rules, the principles that you're going to play with. It makes sense that both of these teams' defense will be ahead of their offense at this stage in their preparation, in their competition, and you can see that from the scores. Croatia have only reached 70 once. That was against Tunisia. Italy have only reached over 70 once, and that was against Mexico yesterday, where they scored 79.
Aradori looking on nervously, and all the players just still waiting. They put the score back up, and it looked like they'd solved it, but now they've switched it off, everything off, except the names of the two teams and the time, the actual time. So all these fans are having to wait.
So in our downtime, Jeff, quiz trivia question for you. What is special about Rocco Ukic in these two teams?
What, he's played in Italy, you mean?
No, the only man to have played in an Olympic Games on either team.
Yep.
So again, when we're talking about why this game means so much, Rocco Ukic, the only player on either team that's ever participated in an Olympic Games. That's why they're all here, is to get to Rio. And that's why it means a lot. Italy, what an opportunity. They're playing at home. They've got their home fans. They've got the genius, Ettore Messina, back in charge. And as I've said during the course of this tournament, for me, I think this is the last opportunity for guys like Bellinelli.
Let me cut in real quick. That's Ivan Perisic, the Croatian football player, played at the European Championship and plays for Inter Milan, so he's made the short trip up.
And shows you again what an occasion this is.
Yeah, absolutely. And no, your point is well taken. In fact, he's also the only player here to have won or to have claimed a spot for the Olympics at a FIBA Olympic qualifying tournament, because Croatia had to go through Athens at the Olympic qualifying tournament. They got one of those 3 spots. That was when it was just one 12-team tournament, and now you've got 3 6-team tournaments. And I'd say it appears Serbia have had the most straightforward path to the Olympics, but we'll see. Whereas Manila, you've got France and Canada now trading blows, and this one might be the most hotly contested of all if we ever get this thing started again.
Gone on too long now. No one wants this. Yeah, they're letting the players get on the floor to shoot now because they've been out for too long. It just takes the energy that was in the gym away a little, doesn't it?
So Bellinelli, as you look at him wearing the face mask and the broken cheekbone, he's had kind of a difficult start to the game. He's missed 2. He's missed 3 shots. No, he's 0 of 2, Bellinelli. And it'll be interesting to see with Petrovic and Messina and these 2 teams, which one will be more negatively affected by the delay, if any at all.
I mean, the only positive is we're only a few minutes into the game, aren't we? You know, we're not that deep in, 6.5 minutes still to go. We don't want this to happen with 3 minutes to go in a tight game.
It's interesting. It's unfortunate, really, because you got such a great occasion and there's just such an incredible atmosphere. And everybody's into it. Roko Ukic. Now you've got the referees, I'm not sure that that's in their skill set, is to go fix the scoreboard, so they just have to wait and hope that this will get sorted out.
Looks like we're getting back. We've got 10 minutes up now, so it seems to be working again. Just got to set the time and score now.
There's Messina. And he hasn't had that much time with Italy. There's Kruslan. He hasn't played much at all. I'll tell you what's interesting about Petrovic, just reading his comments in the build-up to this tournament. He really had a clear idea of how he wanted to play. And once he was able to get Simon and Šarić finally in training camp, which wasn't long before the start of the OQT, I think it was 2 weeks before, and everything started clicking. And he, and then right at the end of his preparations, it's like, right, we're ready to go. This is exactly what I foresaw. I think we can go have a good OQT. And so it's proved to be. I mean, we think that they've got some weaknesses potentially that they could fill. My question is, are they deep enough if they get to the Olympics to have a big run, to have a big tournament? Might they add a player or two, but maybe not. But this guy's been exceptional here with the ball, Bogdanovic. And really, I think he's probably been the player of the tournament to this point.
Yeah, he's just been exceptional. And he misses this one, but this is where he's been so good, or impressed me so much, his ability to finish off the drive. He just doesn't back down no matter who's in front of him. We saw him yesterday, just going right at Antetokounmpo, just laying it up over the top of him. You're right, Bogdanovic has just seen his stock rise, if that is possible for a man which had a great NBA season playing with the Brooklyn Nets. He averaged 11.5 points a game. He started half the games this season in the NBA, so fantastic pedigree.
But you know, Šarić has pretty much almost been his equal, really, for what he's been able to do. He had 11 points, 10 rebounds in the first game against Italy, then 16 and 8 against Greece. So those are very good numbers. And don't forget, he also guarded Antetokounmpo for much of that game.
And we said that the sign for me of how good Dario Saric is that you forget how young he is. He's just 22 years of age. He's a fantastic talent. He's still got a lot of room for improvement, a lot of room for growth left in him. You know, a lot of years of basketball. Realistically, we could be seeing Dario Saric out here for another 10 years for the Croatian national team.
Gosh, it really is kind of starting to get annoying now, waiting this long. And, you know, if we're feeling it, the coaches and the players have to be feeling it as well. Does this make his job harder, do you think, Messina?
You don't know until the game starts again. Like you said, this often will really help or hinder one team. One team may really be hit, they'll take their momentum away, or they'll come out flat afterwards. And it's very difficult to judge who that's going to happen to.
So just as a reminder, Italy got to the quarterfinals last year. They had to get to the final to qualify for the Olympics, the final of the Eurobasket, and they lost to Lithuania. And now I see what's going to happen. Now, this is interesting. I'm not sure I like this. Well, you can't see it on the set yet, so I'll wait till they show it. It looks like they're bringing out an old-time scoreboard that they're going to put on the court, possibly, as an emergency or until they can get the clock fixed. But this is a bizarre situation that we're encountering right now for this level of a game with this importance. It's like going back in time, isn't it, Lloyd?
Yeah.
Like 30 years ago, 40 years ago, having a scoreboard clock on the court.
It's incredible, but I suppose if you've got the issue with the giant scoreboard up there, there's not a lot you can do. It's not as though they can get somebody up there in a very short period of time. We have these two giant scoreboards hanging in the corners of the arenas. They're the ones who are out of action. They do have the benefit, if we go to these sort of portable units, there you see them. There's just been put by the Croatia bench, one of them to the right, but they do have the advantage of the big screen way up in the top of the arena, a little bit too high, but they can put the scorers and fouls and all the other information that's contained on the hanging scores.
Lloyd, I just remembered, this has something to do with you and me. Does this bring back memories
of
last year?
Tunisia?
Afrobasket?
Yeah.
The Nigerians' dunks hung on the rim with about a couple minutes left in the game of a blowout win, and the backboard came crashing down. And that was about a couple of hours delay, it seems like. Yeah. Certainly it impacted games that followed as well. So maybe we counted our chickens before they hatched, thinking that this was going to be smooth sailing. Now they're trying to get that switched on. Now it looks like they may have fixed the other clock.
What also confuses me is these clocks, they've put them both by the benches. So anybody on our side of the court can't see the score, they can't see anything, because they're both on the same side. They need one to be on the far side at least.
But they can't fit it in. There's not enough room. So Bogdanovic, look at him trying to cheer. There are some Croatian fans here, by the way. What a mass of people we had to walk through just to get into the arena. And there's also traffic, unusual. Usually it's been a pretty straight shot, so this is a big game, and unfortunately it's had a delay. And the ramifications, obviously, they've got to get it going for different reasons.
Good for the latecomers, though, those that did struggle with the traffic.
So if you're just tuning in or if you've been watching, just as a reminder, we do have an interruption because of a scoreboard malfunction. And it's probably been about 10 minutes now. The game was really hot and they had to stop. And it looks like they're starting to get on top of it now. You'd almost rather them start all over again. That means we'd have to work extra. But then again, that would be fun. There's Pepe Poeta. You can see him hearing some cheers because he's going to play for Torino.
It's gone again.
Okay, so now the main scoreboard has gone again, so they're going to have to go with the one in the corner. Clearly this clock not made in Italy because they tend to make good things, don't they?
Yes.
So this is the final of the FIBA Olympic qualifying tournament in Turin, and we've got a delay because of a scoreboard malfunction, and they are putting what appears to be scoreboards at the end of the court beside each bench, and there's Rokolini Ukic laughing about it. I'm glad somebody can laugh about it. And I'm guessing we'll have had about a 15-minute delay. And the fans have been patient, but now we're starting to hear some whistles.
Yeah, they're getting frustrated because the scoreboard keeps teasing you that it's back. They got it to 4-2, shown on the scoreboard, the right time, and then all of a sudden it disappeared. So that's where the frustration comes from, I think, from the fans.
Wonder what? If Petrovic loses, he'll have something to say about this, but if he wins, I'm sure it'll be fine. There's Gallinari, and there's Petrovic going over the game plan, perhaps. So, brother of the late Drazen Petrovic, you might remember one of the all-time greats. A lot of people would say he is the greatest, certainly the iconic Drazen Petrovic. And there's an icon himself, Ettore Messina. There's the, now this is, so 6.5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Looks like we're going to have some old-timey scoreboards set up, and we'll just have to make do with what we've got until they can fix the game clock.
One positive, having a look at the stats while we're waiting, is that this break might force them to go up because they've been pretty horrendous in the early stages. Croatia 1 of 6, Italy 1 of 6 from the field, so it's not been an offensive fest of basketball, has it? And with 3 turnovers and 2 made field goals in the entire game.
There you see it. The game is being interrupted momentarily for technical reasons. We hope to have it coming back shortly. So, looks like the Croatians are taking this in good spirit. Except Luka Babic, he's not laughing. Meanwhile, the other game is just an absolute blowout. It looks like Serbian fans were already booking their flights to Rio. They're up 39-14 on Puerto Rico.
For those of you joining us from that game, we will be back to action shortly.
Yes.
Yeah. What an incredible performance.
We know for a fact this is going to be a tight game. Now, Ettore Messina on the right, the Italy coach, Alexander Petrovic on the left, the Croatia coach, and the referees are now talking about the way forward. Ato Petrovic. I can see right there Ato Petrovic say, what can we do? They say we're going to have to use these clocks momentarily, so that means you're going to have to listen to us and also just keep up with the score. It probably won't affect you as much on the TV. You'll be able to watch the graphics, but here we go.
Well, that's the big screen above, but it's so high up it can't be used for the players. You can see it's right in the ceiling, and that's the scoreboard that's causing us all the issues. So you see the referees looking up. No players can see that big screen at the top, so that's why they've had to bring these additional clocks in at court level that the players can then see at a glance as the game's going on. So they can see time, they can see score.
So Messina talks to Perez and Vasquez, the referees, and Gallinari does a little bit of stretching.
I don't think they like the fact that the referees want, I'm guessing, but I think they're talking about whether they can just use the screens at the top, and the players don't like that because it's too high. You can't see. I mean, the time is above the shot clock over the basket, but if you want to see the score, which you would as a player, if you want to see the clock, you look all the way up there. Someone can run past you and back cut. The ball can go past your head when you're looking up. So I don't think that's the right option.
No, that's not the solution.
No, they've got the other clocks going though on the sides. Now they've been set.
We'll see the Italian Olympic Committee president, I think, is here mid-court watching. And it's also President Petrucci of the Italian Federation. Alessandro Gamba's here, the former Italy coach. Okay, folks, well, we're getting ready to start them up again. It's Croatia leading 4-2, 3.5 minutes into the game. And we've had a delay of about 20 minutes with the scoreboard malfunction. So why couldn't this have happened, say, in one of the earlier games, one of the blowouts? Just doesn't happen, does it?
It did happen in one of the earlier games as well.
Well, it happened in this game.
So they're going with just the big scoreboard above us.
Well, the fans sitting across. Oh, so they're not going to run the ones at the end.
No, they've gone off again. Not sure why they're still there.
Seems kind of dangerous position. Okay, now it's back on. So you can see in the corner over there, that one is on.
Oh no, it's working now, yeah.
Just hope nobody runs into it. That would be something else, wouldn't it? So Croatia up 4-2. Simon. Bogdanovic. And the pass goes off of Simon and out of bounds.
Great defense from Italy. Both these teams have been built on their defensive possessions, the way they've shut other teams down. There's a strong possession. Yeah,
and a foul called on Roko Ukic. Hackett inbounds it to Gentile. Gentile is good. Soft touch, and he's going in twice to score inside.
They've gone to him early, haven't they? I like this move. They want a little bit more offense, and he can give that to them. 4 apiece. There, see the captain's back now.
Now Šarić. And fouled by Gallinari. Watch this. Here's Gentile again. Post up Simon. So 2 fouls now on Danilo Gallinari. The same reason, trying to use his arms to keep to keep Šarić out of the lane.
Luckily for Italy, that might be their strongest spot, though, with Nicola Melli coming in. He had a great game yesterday, Melli.
Simon, that's good. Brunislav Simon.
Well, another hot start from him. This game's looking like yesterday for Croatia. Solid start.
Cousin battling down low with Miro Bilan. Now Gentile turns, puts it up and in. Oh, what a decision to start him. That's really paid off.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why Messina is on. And now he might come out as well to get Datomi going as well. So Gentile, with a bit of confidence, might come out now.
But he's just scored twice in a row. Bogdanovic gets inside, puts it up and in.
Good move from Bogdanovic. He's just thinking, he's been quiet in the early stages. Straight away, comes back, gets to the ring.
Bellinelli turns, gets it blocked by Rocco Leniokic. Bellinelli off to a bad start. Šarić sets the pick, rolls. He's going to get it back. Nope. And Hackett sneaks in there, takes it away from Miro Bilan. He's going to force it in. Oh, he gets swatted. But a block was called beforehand by Simon, and that's number 3. Because he picked up the technical earlier.
Yeah, so what a shame for Croatia. Simon having his great start, 6 points. It's Bogdanovic. Yeah, what a finish. Just the use of the body as well. Did you see off the dribble? Took a couple of dribbles, just sort of jumped into his man to shut him off so he couldn't get the shot blocked. Means Mario Hezonja's in for the first time, though, wearing number 8. It might be a blessing in disguise for Croatia. If Hezonja has one of those games that we know he's capable of doing, he could be an X factor.
He was definitely good spirits last night. After the Greek game, came to the press conference. Had a good sense of humor. Now 4, coming up on the 4-minute mark, and Hezonja's got his first touch. Gets it back to Bogdanovic. Dribbles. Boy, Bogdanovic gets it to Beeline. Oh, he gets swatted by Cousin. But Datomi wasn't able to control it. Now they've reset the shot clock.
They'll get adjusted.
Great work. Great block by Cousin.
Good performances off the bench, Italy. Or good performances from other players.
Darko Planovic in the game now. There he is. Solid, if not spectacular.
He's a little bit more offensive-minded than Miro Bilan, though. So maybe they'll see if they can get him.
Ukic gets it over to Bogdanovic, who's guarded by Datomi. And Bogdanovic gets blocked again by Cousin. Doesn't even get the shot off. And the fans appreciating it. Watch this. I wouldn't say that was a big-time rejection.
I'd be asking what Cousin was doing, reaching in, then give the opportunity for the ref to call a foul. Just don't do it. Make him finish over the top of you.
Gentile hands it off to Cousin, and this time he gets blocked, but a foul called on Hezonja.
Croatia just have to keep their heads here. They can't worry about the officials.
I think he got him on the right hand, or
just a little
follow
late
through.
You know, if they get too emotional, Croatia is just going to compound the issues offensively that they've had. So they need to just relax, play with clear heads. Can't let the crowd fire them up.
Now, it's 9-all. If you're looking at the scoreboard clock on the floor, the home team is actually Croatia. Strange enough. Just to confuse things even more. And now Italy have taken a 10-9 lead as the guests, even though they're at home. So you can see Italy leading at 10-9. Spin move. And pass to Babic is able to save it. What a play. Charlotte gets it over to Bogdanovic.
No shot clock again.
And Charlotte takes a difficult shot. Good play from Melli. Hackett in the open floor. And now Hezonja takes it away. He's off to the races. Here he comes, puts it up and in.
Said he could be an X factor. Mario Hezonja has got the great athleticism. Well, of course, he has an excellent three-point stroke as well. So maybe the fouls on Krunoslav Simon won't be an issue for Croatia if he has a big game.
Gentile, I tell you, he's been so good getting the ball inside.
Yeah, well, Bogdanovic has given him the three. He's really backing off him.
Charlotte, and now the foul from Kuzin guarding Planinic. And that is team foul, what is it? 5, so free throws coming. Nice release from Planinic. So Croatia, again, the scoreboard clock says home. That's Croatia. They're leading at 12-10. They've had a scoreboard breakdown, the main one, so they've had to bring in the old clock and put it on the ground.
That's 5 for Croatia. Only guy over 25 years of age is Bojan Bogdanovic on the floor. Such a youthful 5.
Hackett puts up a 3.
Again, Hezonja just standing off him, just daring them to shoot. Croatia did the same thing to Greece, just put 5 guys in the paint.
Luka Babic and Hackett's guarding Bogdanovic. And that's a tough call against Bogdanovic.
Daniel Hackett, just in the first game between these two teams, Bogdanovic had a great first half. Hackett didn't guard him, then they put him on him in the second half. They tried to go to the low post, and Daniel Hackett just did a tremendous job forcing Bogdanovic to catch it on the three-point line. That time Bogdanovic had both feet in the paint. That's where he draws the foul. It'll be interesting to see, because Daniel Hackett, just one-on-one ability defensively, was able to take that threat away in the first game.
So Croatia, who were wondering what might happen with the long delay, and so far Croatia have come out maybe a little bit better. They lead 15-10. The winner of this game qualifies for the Olympics. Datome puts it up. It's good.
Tough shot, Datome. And that spot, that 3 spot then. First it was Gentile, now Datome pouring in the points. And Italy have got very little from Gallinari and Bellinelli as well. Both of them scoreless.
And Bargnani.
Yeah.
Planinic inside. He's denied by Marco Kuzin. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Kuzin's come out and become like the Terminator. They've got the Bellinator, but he's on the bench.
No shot clock again for Croatia. They haven't had great looks from this type of situation this game so far. Oh, great switch indeed. Kicked the ball though, I didn't see that.
So they're going to put 14 now. That's the shot. Yep. Nice touch from him. And
great work. And that's where Dario Saric just plays above his years. So Italy switched the previous possession on the out of bounds and nearly got a 5-second violation. Look at him just sneak to the inside, have Nicolo Melli on his back because Melli was waiting for the switch or waiting for the screen that he would then switch. It's plays like that where Dario Saric just, never fails to impress.
So Šarić goes to the line. Croatia fans, they should be a little bit more excited. Their team's really come out looking good.
First points for Saric.
Interesting. He's not forcing it.
And now this is the lineup for Italy where Gentile goes to the point. Hezonja's picked him up. No one's really worked Italy up the floor too much when they go to this kind of lineup without a point guard.
Gentile gets inside, passes back out to Bellinelli, pump fake over to Datome. And Datome misses another jumper. So the final minute of the opening quarter, a quarter that was delayed for about 20 minutes with a scoreboard malfunction. Šarić puts it up, and good job. Melli and Naradori on the boards. Bellinelli. Oh, now that triggers a break for Babic. Quickly, he gives it to Bogdanovic. And Bellinelli's really struggling.
Oh, brilliant recognition from Babic in transition, though. Knew that had that slight advantage, just went through the gears. And I thought he was going to pull it out, but knew he could get an easy shot. See if Italy can get Bellinelli going here.
So Gentile's got it now. He puts up a jumper. And Croatia might have enough time to launch one. Bogdanovic puts it up. Oh, it came close. And I'd say Croatia will settle for that start. They lead 19-12 at the end of the first quarter over Italy.
Well, the percentages tell a story. 0 for 3 for Italy. And what Croatia have done is dared them to shoot from the perimeter. So, the same thing happened to Greece. Bellinelli took a couple of early ones, didn't he? And then from that point, Croatia stepped further and further off. Dare you to shoot them. If Bellinelli gets going, they'll have to change the strategy. But I wouldn't be surprised if Italy runs something for him early in this second quarter. See if they can hit a 3 or 2 behind Bellinelli. And also Gallinari. I think if you're telling Italy they'll end the first quarter, Bargiani, Gallinari and Bellinelli will be scoreless, I'm pretty sure that they know that they'll be down at that stage in the game.
So Italy have led by 1 point. Right now it's Croatia on top by 7, their biggest lead of the game. So it's Eradori, Melli, Gentile, Datome, and Bellinelli on the floor for Italy. Babic, Šarić, Planinic, Bogdanovic, and Hezonja in the game for Croatia. Simon on the bench with 3 fouls for Croatia, so Hazanya's come in for him. Datome for 3. And Hazanya threw it off of Gentile. Ball goes out of bounds. And another 3-point attempt.
Another 3-point attempt and another heady play by a Croatian youngster. Hazanya chasing it down. All he did was just bat it back right off Gentile. Couldn't handle it, and possession back for Croatia here.
And inside it goes to Planinic, and he's fouled. And it looks like the scoreboards are back on.
Well, that time, Bellinelli tried the acting that got him the offensive foul in the first quarter. Watch, dives out of the way, doesn't get the call, and this time it just leaves Planinic wide open. Datome comes across and tries to foul him, but only gives up a 3-point play. And this is a dangerous time for Italy here, because if they go down at the half or in this second quarter, the crowd will start to get tense. They'll start to, you'll feel the atmosphere here in the arena.
Well, it's a 10-point lead for Croatia.
It is silent in here.
And we didn't see Italy really pull away from Mexico yesterday until the second half. Now the crowd is trying to get behind them. Here's Bellinelli. Hands it off to Datome on the baseline. That's good.
Datome looks confident. He hasn't played well in the tournament. I mean, he had his tournament high in the last game against Mexico. That was only 9. MVP of the Turkish league this season, or the playoffs. You need him.
Bogdanovic steps back, puts it up. I think Italy will live with that shot.
Yeah, great D from Italy. That's the way to get yourselves back into the game. Play defense like that.
Bellinelli for 3. There he is. The masked man, Marco Bellinelli.
That's it, isn't it? Bellinelli can start to find that range. It just changes the way Croatia have to play defense.
Hazanya dribbles over to the left, puts up a 3, short, and Datome collects it. And we're going to see Petrovic get a timeout.
Yeah, not a good shot from Croatia, not a good offense.
Oh, Gentile may have pushed off there, but no, they're going to call the foul on Bogdanovic or Planinic. Babic. For Hazanya.
Luka Babic, first foul.
So Gentile continues to be a factor. Chance of Italia here in the Paralimpico. And the hesitation, I'm not sure what was going on there. Melli wasn't ready to catch it. Now inside the Planinic, spins, gets inside, goes up strong.
It's an incredible finish from Planinic. I said he has a little more offense than Bilan, but didn't know he had moves and finishes like that.
That's good footwork.
That's 7 points for him. What production.
Interestingly, he didn't start tonight. He started the last time these teams played.
He's the tied leading scorer in the game. Planinic.
An offensive foul called against Italy.
Finish.
Look at this. And he's a big, strong body. Yeah. So Gentile comes out.
Small lineup on the floor for Italy here.
Yeah, Bargnani's going to come back in. You can see him taking off his warm-up. 7 on the shot clock. And offensive foul.
And Saric tried to sneak into the post because he had the mismatch against Aradore. Just hooked him with the right arm. Watch here, here's the right arm. Just got left arm, sorry, just goes around his shoulder. Good work from the official, was the right idea. So Italy's out. They're still small though. Bargnani, they only recognise big than 4 guards around him. Croatia will have to guard the 3-point line now.
Hackett, though, explodes into the lane. Over to Bargnani. And Hazanya.
This one he's got to make. He had the extra pass. Aradore was open.
Crowd wanted to travel. Bogdanovic for 3. And Hazanya got an inadvertent hand in the face, and now Babic goes up, misses. Croatia rebound. Planic gets it over to Babic. Bogdanovic gets down low, drives in, and draws the foul. 2 shots.
Just, playing under pressure from Croatia. Bogdanovic gets it, 8 on the shot clock. And it's the right call. Hackett didn't have their arms up the whole time. They came forward. But Bogdanovic got it with 8 seconds on the clock, just held it. So everybody calm down. Let's not panic yet. Gets himself to the line. Rebounding battle you'd have given automatically to Italy with the size that they have through multiple positions, but it's 15-10. Right now, 4 offensive rebounds for Croatia.
Gallinari going to come back in the game. The next opportunity. So the free throws take it, increase the lead to 9. With 6.5 minutes to go in the first half.
I think Italy need Gallinari to get going. See what they do. Saric though just doing a good job again.
Bellinelli wide open. This is badly.
It's interesting. Gallinari comes back now. 6.5 minutes to go. He's got the 2 fouls. So him, Bargiani on the floor. They've got 2. Hackett's on the floor. He's got 2 as well. So any fouls for Italy really are going to be bad news.
Planic behind the line. That's good. Well, I guess he's officially the X factor now. He's got 9 points, and that forces a timeout from Italy.
Everything working. Like I said, you couldn't have paid money to get a bet that Planic would be the leading scorer with 9 points halfway through the second period, and Gallinari, Bargiani would be scoreless, and Bellinelli would only have 3. I mean, it's just it's an incredible game so far, but a long way to go.
Yeah, long way to go. Croatia a perfect 10 of 10 at the free throw line.
The big thing for me, they've got 11 points off the bench. Now, a lot of them have come from Planic, but we've repeatedly said they need the extra scorer, and they've started to get it.
Saw that 1 of 6 number there for Italy from 3-point range. And Bellinelli's just not in sync tonight offensively.
1 of 3.
So coming out of the timeout, and the clocks haven't started. No, they have. They started late, strangely. Anyway, Bargnani left open. That's good.
So you've got those good mid-range shooters. Maybe that's the game. Rather than take the 3, just step inside. Those long 2s.
Bellinelli out on Hezonja. Hackett.
Again the low for Bogdanovic.
And Bogdanovic went right at Bargnani. Just missed the shot. Hackett into Bargnani. Stays out. Groans from the crowd.
Went down and bounced back out, didn't it? You just can't get a run going, Italy. Any rhythm offensively.
Hezonja open, but a foul called on Planic. Trying to clear out some space. That's Bargnani. hitting his jumper earlier.
Bogdanovic is going to go out for Croatia. So often they've got deep in the shot clock, and he's been the one that's had to create the offense for them. Where they go without him on the floor. Maybe this is Italy's turn for the run.
Bellinelli. Bargnani. And Datome flies in for the rebound.
You've got to get Gallinari going here.
Gallinari!
Yeah. Well,
he must have heard you.
Running back, he gives it the... Come on, make some noise to the crowd as well. Looks like Croatia go to Saric then without Bogdanovic on the floor. Good work from Bellinelli.
Charge hemmed in by Bellinelli, then he loses it out of bounds. And Gallinari playing some D. Watch this. Here he was the last trip down, Gallinari. I mean, he puts up a lot of shots with Denver, doesn't he? And Italy need him to have that same type of impact tonight. And now the turnover. Gallinari and Bellinelli playing good D on Saric. So timeout, Croatia. They lead at 28-21.
This is the opportunity for Italy, I think. The crowd really want to get behind them. They're really keen to start making some noise, inspire a run.
See the points from turnovers, 6 for Croatia.
Might grow here for Italy if they can get a score. I think design something for Gallinari. You know, he's just scored. They got the stop. See if they can get him going again. Some confidence. Saric just played all 15 minutes. Hasn't come out yet.
So Planic, the pleasant surprise for Croatia tonight. He's got 9 points. He's back in the game. With Saric, Hazonia, Roko Ukic guarding Bellinelli, and Luka Babic. There's Bellinelli, and Ukic reaches in and commits the foul. Now Bogdanovic comes back. I mean, he's the player you got to have on the floor, don't you? They just look so much better. So Saric, though, is going to come out of the game.
And he's going to guard Gallinari. So, again, another reason to go to Gallinari. See if we can get him in the post, maybe. Yeah, here he goes. Slides straight in.
So now he's got Babic on him. He's going to try to back him up. Turns, hands it off to Bargnani for the two-handed flush.
I think keep going to Gallinari if Croatia stay with this lineup.
The jeers coming down here inside the Paralimpico for Croatia. Ukic over to Babic. Hazonia for 3. Off the back of the rim. Now Gallinari. Inside. Well, they've got Bargnani posting up. And he just missed the shot.
He's got to do a better job finishing. Bargnani's taken a lot of shots in this period in the second quarter. Just 2 of 6 now. There's one of the makes. And comes out.
So Bargnani has to take a seat. 3 fouls late in the first half. Bogdanovic goes baseline, and he was fouled as he attacked the rim. He is absolutely fearless driving to the basket. And Gallinari now has picked up his 3rd foul. Boy, this is a nightmarish couple.
Was it Melli?
Nightmarish sequence.
Melli caught him on the head. Yeah, Nicolo Melli got the foul. That's his
right.
third.
Well,
Yeah.
they signaled him, but you're right. Yeah, Melli. So either way.
Yeah.
So now it's Melli comes out, and Cousine has to come back in. So the fouls have become a factor.
Yeah, Bogdanovic show. He drove the baseline, and from my angle, he just disappeared into 3 Italian defenders, and all of a sudden he just come out of the top of them. You know, tremendous drive. Like you used the word fearless, it absolutely is going to the basket. So creative in his ability to get away from traffic, you know, avoid the shot block, yet still get a high quality shot.
That is the first free throw miss today by Croatia. Now they're 10 of 11. And that was his first miss. 5 of 6, now 6 of 7. Gallinari catches it, shoots, and scores. He's starting to put up some numbers.
And they need him. I think they keep going to him through this second quarter now.
In fact, he's only got 4 points. Seems like he has more. Here's Bogdanovic again, and blocked from behind, and kind of a late whistle from the right corner.
I mean, I can't see what the fuss is. Why Italy are even thinking of going in on that. Bogdanovic clearly got fouled for me on the drive.
So once again, Bogdanovic will go to the line. Two fouls now on Cousine. Told Messina to go out and talk to Cousine about how he wanted him to defend.
Yeah, well, he got switched onto Bogdanovic. So it's the tactic or how Cousine's got to play him. He's going to give up a shot. So Bogdanovic, it's what shot he gives up or what drive he gives up. That's what Messina will be talking to him about.
And Bogdanovic right now probably the MVP of the tournament, the way things are going. Those are his tournament numbers at the line. See, 83%. So good free throw shooter. Now Croatia 13 of 14 at the line. Back to a 6-point lead. Long way to go. And a quick pass inside. Beautiful play. Beautiful finish from Datome.
Yeah, it was. Great curl cut. It's a Gallinari post option again for Italy that's working so well.
Now Cousine guarding Bogdanovic. And Bogdanovic just lost it.
He had the step as well. You know, he was past his man. He apologizes to the bench, but he was going to get to the ring if he hadn't have lost that one. And for all the way that Croatia played and dominated this first half, Italy are right there now, aren't they? Chance to make it a 2-point game.
Hackett being guarded by Hazonia, just like Petrovic said would be the case.
Again, Gallinari, low post.
He's got Bogdanovic on him. Now a little bit of help with Hazonia, so that leaves Hackett wide open for 3. Go! And with that shot, Italy have closed the gap to just 1.
Gallinari hasn't really scored in the last couple of offenses, but it's been all about him.
Šarić has an answer. Yes, he does. And he put the gun back in the holster after that.
Messina is not a happy man.
Such a good player. Now, do Italy have an answer this time? Gallinari inside. Can't get it to go. How big was that shot from Šarić?
He just silenced the crowd, didn't he? They were so enthusiastic after the previous score. And it's fallen.
Šarić has 5 points and 10 rebounds. And we've still got time here in the first half. Oh, the reach, and Bellinelli almost comes up with a steal. So only 6 seconds on the shot clock. Watch this. Šarić just does so many things well. And Hackett, that was his before. So timeout on the floor, 1 minute remaining in the first half.
offense has started to come to life for both teams, hasn't it, really? You know, the low post play of Gallinari has ignited the Italian offense. When he isn't scoring, he's been able to kick out to people for easy shots or rhythm shots. And then Croatia, Saric has been quiet. He gets to score. Bogdanovic, he's just immense, isn't he? Every time he set foot on the floor, 12 points. Is that every game they scored double figures at least in the first half?
Points in the paint, 5 of 11 for each team. I'd say it's been quite as physical as I expected it to be in the lane as it was the other night.
Still got a long way to go. That was the second half when it got really kind of they got after each other a lot, and we've had a lot of fouls as well. So the foul count has meant the players couldn't get physical for the risk of picking up a third. Speaking of which, you'll be interested in Gallinari, Cousin, and Hackett on the floor with 2 fouls for Italy. Ukic on the floor for 2 fouls for Croatia. See if any of them will come out for the final minute.
But Bargnani and Melli already on the bench for Italy with 3 fouls, and Simon on the bench with 3 fouls for Croatia. Of course, Bargnani and Simon picked up technical fouls. Boy, a lot of anticipation, a lot of anxiety here inside this arena, just looking around at all these Italian fans. Now Hezonja goes right at it and gets swatted. The foul. Foul called on Croatia going back up on Ukic, and he's picked up his 3rd foul. I thought that was a good block. Was it Datome who went up? Watch this. Hezonja goes strong. And it was indeed Datome. Now Hezonja wanted a foul, but that was a perfect block, unless there was some body.
I don't know whether it was a foul before, though, when he was driving. I thought I heard a whistle early there with Cousin more than
a reach.
More than with Datome.
But then they called the foul on Ukic. It looked like maybe he got all ball. But anyway. So Bellinelli wearing that mask to protect his broken cheekbone. I know Charlotte Hornets fans will be excited about him coming over to the Queen City to play for Michael Jordan's club. And he'll be a teammate of Nicolas Batum of France. That's interesting. There you see his tournament numbers and what he's done today. So Hackett comes back out of the game and is replaced by Gentile. So Hackett has the 2 personal fouls, so that's a good move by Messina, probably.
Yeah, no point in picking up a third here.
Bogdanovic for another 3.
It's just such a difficult shot as well. Players usually like to catch and shoot within rhythm. I mean, it's not Arapovic has scored, it's Bogdanovic yet again.
And the bounce pass too hard off the ground. Now up ahead to Bogdanovic. Another one! And just like that, Bogdanovic has stretched the lead to 7 points for Croatia. Boy, he can strike quick. Bounce pass to Bellinelli, and he goes up and scores right at the end of the half. So something to build on perhaps for Italy to go to the break, but they trail by 5 points in a game that's had a lot of twists and turns. But look at Bogdanovic, he stroked the 3, and then off the turnover he goes down and gets the fast break. 39-34 Croatia on top at halftime. Well, Lloyd, I mean, these numbers, Italy struggling a bit from three-point range, Croatia getting a lot at the free throw line, they're out rebounding Italy, and Italy has a few blocks we've seen with Cousin coming in off the bench, and Bogdanovic once again with 17 points, and Charlotte's just doing everything with 5 points, 10 rebounds.
Yeah, I mean, you run out of words to say about those two and how good they've been, how much of an influence they've had on the game. I'll say this, I feel like Croatia might go into halftime being more disappointed than Italy right now. Croatia had their 7-point lead. They had a chance, the little run at the end of a half there. They had all the momentum, and just that last score from Italy has given them some sort of hope going into the second half.
So 39-34, it's Croatia on top of Italy at halftime. Stick around. We'll be right back for the final 20 minutes. The winner of this game qualifies for the Rio Olympics. Well, Italy returning to the court here for the halftime warm-ups. Got about 2 minutes and 49 seconds to get back into their rhythm here. Croatia as well. Croatia leading it 39-34. And that man, Bojan Bogdanovic, has once again taken center stage for Alexander Petrovic's Croatia with 17 points. And Dario Saric as well has been solid. 10 rebounds to go with his 5 points. And, of course, Darko Planinic came out and really gave him a lift with 9 points. This was a first half that had about a 20-minute delay, about 3.5 minutes into the game when the scoreboard malfunctioned. And now it appears both scoreboards are working, and they've removed the scoreboard that was on the floor. So let's just hope and pray that we don't have any issues, because I've got to leave the hotel at 5:45 for my flight. I'm not suggesting it's going to go that late, but I like basketball like anybody else. I don't mind seeing a couple extra overtimes, but we do need to finish this at some point. Danilo Gallinari, he came out and started playing better in the second quarter, and they're going to need him to really step up. Bellinelli just hasn't been as effective tonight, although he does now have 7 points. Made some mistakes early on, 2 of 6. I suppose, Lloyd, really it's, I mean, obviously no time to panic if you're Italy, but it just seems like they're continuously playing from behind. They've got a little bit of foul trouble, just haven't been in sync. They had the delay, and it's just been it was a frustrating opening 20 minutes for Italy for the most part.
I have to say, it's very much like the first time these two teams played. At that time, that first game was 35-33 to Croatia at the half, and it was a very similar first 20 minutes for Italy. Croatia came out really hot. They dominated. They led almost throughout. What Italy had was just a great spark in the third quarter. They had 21 points in that quarter alone. Really did just kind of break the game open in the third period. So they're going to need to do something similar, or at least they don't have to have a 21-12 quarter and take a commanding lead into the fourth to win the game, but they've got to play better in this third period, I think. You know, try and get the offense clicking a little bit better, like you said. They need to shoot better from beyond the three-point line, I think, because the way Croatia play, they give up the three-point shot to you. They let you take it whenever you want. They dare you to make them. So if you're going to be dared to make them, you've got to make the other team pay.
Well, welcome back to the Paralympico. Krunoslav Simon starting here for Croatia, who lead by 5 points. He's got the 3 fouls, being guarded by Marco Bellinelli. Hazonia also out there with Bogdanovic. Miro Balan back out, as well as Šarić. Now Balan going straight at, and Datome comes over and helps out Bargnani. And Gallinari gets the last touch. It goes out of bounds. But that was a promising start for Italy defensively.
The offense is often created from the defense. So this matchup again is going to be key.
Bogdanovic, turnaround jumper. So that's better for Italy.
Hackett did a good job again. Made him catch it further away. Gave Gallinari the opportunity to come across and challenge the shot.
Here's Bellinelli. Tried to bank it in. Yeah. Bank's not open.
I think he had the opportunity to put it on the floor there. Settled for the jump shot.
Simon gets it to Šarić. Faces a little bit of a double team. They don't want Simon to get off. There he is. He puts up a 3. And he made that shot in the first half, but he misses it now. Bellinelli goes down, gets back up. And Gallinari almost had it knocked away by Šarić. Gallinari drives in, puts it up and in! And Gallo has a chance for a 3-point play. We've been waiting to see this all tournament long.
It's another of those occasions. What's the arms just a little bit forward right there for Dario Saric. So close to being great defense, but instead it's just a really soft touch. So a soft foul that Gallinari, he has now really started to be a major influence on this game, hasn't he? From Italy behind, he's come with those 6 points now, 3 assists as well.
So the foul was on Šarić's second. And Gallinari cuts it to a 2-point Croatia lead. Crowd booing Croatia. Here's Šarić. He's done some damage from that spot right there in this tournament, but he passes it back out to Bogdanovic. Beeline comes to set a pick, and Bogdanovic goes the other way. 1 on the shot clock, and Hazonia has to put up a 3. And good job again by Italy, and Gallinari with the rebound.
The defense is getting the crowd into it. They love the effort.
Datome puts it up and banks it in. He shot very well tonight.
Yeah, Hazonia went for the steal, missed, and all that did was just give a wide open shot to Datome.
He's been a different player tonight, Datome.
Yeah, seems to enjoy coming off the bench.
Simon, his pass tapped by an Italian.
Crowd is into this one now. They're up every occasion.
Šarić over the baseline. That's an air ball. Gallinari again was right in his grill. And Gallinari goes up and lays it up and in and draws the foul. Italy have taken the lead.
Daniele Gallinari. I mean, as much as we talk about Bogdanovic and the impact that he has, what about Gallinari? When they struggled in the first quarter, he was on the bench. He's come off the bench now. I mean, just everything offensively going through him.
41-39, Italy on top. Look at that. Croatia called timeout.
Danilo Gallinari has brought the crowd to its feet here in the third quarter. Italy have stormed into the lead. The winner of this game qualifies for the Olympics. The loser goes home. Gallinari now with 10 points.
Where did Croatia go for offense? Trouble is, it's only Bogdanovic, really. Saric hasn't got going, only 5 points for him.
The foul called on Italy. Is that Hackett? And that's number 3 on him.
Yeah, and that shows you how much attention is on Bogdanovic right now.
Look at Sandro Gamba there, the former Italy coach, and the silver hair there, looking on. This is it's not just the main event, it's the only event in Italy tonight. Hazania from the left. And Gallinari, once again, he's got the wind in his sails right now.
Every shot a little force from Croatia because the shot clock is so deep. It's the Italian defense that's doing that.
Hackett passes it back outside to Bellinelli. Bellinelli back out to Gallinari. Open. Hackett. That's going to be short. Simon now gets into Bogdanovic. Gets in the lane. Hackett has the 3 fouls. And the ball touches off Miro Bilan. He can't control it. Much better defense from Italy.
Yeah, Italian defense has gone about 2 levels higher than it was in the first half. It wasn't bad then, but it's an 8-0 start in this third quarter. This is almost a replica of that first game between these two teams. Third period just belonging to Italy so far.
Gallinari backs up Bogdanovic. Gets in the lane. Tried to get a foul, now off to the races. 3-on-2 break. And Simon pulls up. He nails it. The 3, and that knocks it at 42.
Croatia have been very good in transition. Think of all the opportunities they've had. Whenever they've run, they've got good quality out of it.
Bounce pass to Gallinari. And that's the second time he drives in, a little bit perhaps out of control. Gets it back. He's going to put up a 3.
I think he was feeling it. He's very confident. Not the best shot because of that.
Now Croatia with a chance to go back in front. Hackett trying to be posted up by Sharks, but he's too strong, and he throws it right in the hands of Bellinelli. Here comes the masked man, and he puts it up and in.
Defense of Daniel Hackett on the low post, incredible. It's not the biggest, but he's just forced Dario Saric into a turnover.
And that is an accomplishment because Šarić doesn't make many mistakes, but a foul called. Here it is. This was the play by a good defense, which led to the break for Bellinelli. So Bellinelli just picks up his foul, his first foul.
15 points off turnovers for Italy. Croatia have only turned it over 10 times. They've been punished whenever they have.
And Hackett has picked up his 4th foul. He's going to have to come out of the game. That's a blow.
Oh, it's a huge blow for Italy. Huge.
So Gentile goes over, but 2 quick fouls on Daniel Hackett. Sends the former Southern California star to the bench. Spent this past season in Olympiakos in Greece. Simon, his favorite spot, and he hits another 3.
Back-to-back threes.
Boy, he is streaky.
2 in a hurry from him. He's got 12 points. Simon, he's only played 10 minutes because of the foul trouble as well.
Datome finds his way in, and tough shot. Rebound, Planinic.
Nobody on the glass for Italy. It's okay being spread if you're Bargiani, but he's got a rebound. I think that's why Melli's going to come in now.
And Gallinari reaches in and takes it away. He looks up the floor to Bellinelli.
Bargnani at the line.
Bargnani shoots with this spread lineup for Italy. Tommy tried, but Croatia have been very good rebounding the ball.
Bogdanovic now back over to Babic. They got to find Simon, surely.
Now spread the offenses for Croatia.
Ukic.
Way outside the three-point line.
And offensive foul, Ukic. I think that's 4.
No, it's Planinic.
Oh, Planinic setting the pick.
Yeah. This second.
Watch. Yep. So, Gallinari and Bargnani out. Cousine and Melli in for Italy. They got to keep up the defensive intensity. Surely Gallinari won't stay out that long. Oh, pass to Cousine. Nice play. Now back to Cousine. 7 on the shot clock. Oh, Cousine throws it right into the hands of Ukic. Ukic lays it up and in.
Again, clinical from Croatia in transition. Cousine tried to be a provider. Probably should have gone one-on-one. In the low block. They're not going to double him. They're just going to wait for him to pass it out. See if he can beat them.
And it's going to be Melli for 3. And Datome. Oh! Datome just got an elbow. Quickly to the other end is Ukic. Bellinelli trapped, gets it back, and puts up a tough shot. And Italy's just out of sync.
Yeah, they're trying to force it. They're trying to make the great play. You just need to relax. The great plays will be there. Look at the room Cousine's got. I'm not sure where he's trying to throw that pass. Trying to get it into Bellinelli. Try and get the home run, the superstar play. They don't need to do that.
Remember, Croatia blew a 24-point lead yesterday against Greece, but then had a strong finish to the game. Now they seem to have weathered the storm a little bit. They're back up by 3. A chance to go back up even more. Simon open! Buries another one. He's got 15.
I mean, you got to get that defense right against Simon. It's Planinic rolling to the basket, and because he finished so well in the first half, I think Italy are worried about him getting free. So that's why Simon's got more room.
Cousine gets it to Melli, and he goes up and dunks. And a chance for a 3-point play. Boy.
Bogdanovic is frustrated for himself. This is a huge breakdown. Watch him on the far side of the floor. Look, just let Melli sneak inside, and not only that, it's a 2nd and 1 that Bogdanovic has given away now.
But they've got to find Simon at the other end.
Yeah, well, Bellinelli is hearing it in the ear from Coach Messina about the way he's getting back after the screen, back to Simon. So Coach Messina wants him to get back quicker to challenge that shot.
Simon, 5 3-pointers in the game, 5 of 7. Here he is again.
Same play.
Cross it. Oh, this time he throws it into the hands of Bellinelli.
They've got numbers here. Simon's slow to get up.
Aradori. Melli trying to get it. Thinks he could take Babic. And Bellinelli back to Aradori. Aradori takes a shot, gets it blocked. And then it goes out of bounds off of Italy. Boy, Italy just could not get what they wanted there. Passed up a couple of things.
They've lost their kind of the way of playing without Gallinari on the floor. They don't really know where to go for the shot. Cousine keeps getting it and having touches on the inside. But he's not an effective scorer.
Datome and Tonu are going to come in for Italy. Simon goes up, tough shot. Planinic there, offensive rebound, puts it up and in. And then he gives us the muscles, the guns.
Planinic, I've said before, he's got to be perfect in games. Perfect in his finishing around the basket, and he's been almost perfect in this game here.
Bellinelli to Cousine. He's not going to pass that up. And Melli there with the rebound. Goes up and in. I think Meli's getting to the point where really he could start doing some damage on the low blocks.
Yeah, I wonder if they'll go with Meli and bring Gallinardi in for Kuzin, go slightly smaller.
Bogdanovic for three, and the rebound falls to Babic. Now Bogdanovic again charges in, gets it out to Simon, and he's fouled by Bellinelli.
Rotation from Bellinelli, just couldn't quite stop short enough, could he?
Not in the bonus yet. This was Meli. Looks like it might be an option. Try to get him to post up. Kuzin comes out. So Tonu and Datomi back in for the final 35 seconds of the quarter.
Saric has got Datomi guarding him. He'll set down screen for Ukic. Yeah, see if they go to him straight away in that low block.
Ukic goes around Tonu, and that was a mismatch from the beginning. I mean, he just went right past him.
Tonu's fresh off the bench, and just went right at him. He couldn't foul. And for both teams to be in the bonus.
The final 12 seconds of the third quarter. Tatome for three. Good!
He's really got a confident stroke tonight.
And Babic, Ukic gets it off in time, but it was short. Tatome, with that three-pointer, has now got 11 points. That's a team high. Look at that. He's definitely feeling it tonight. But right now it's Croatia leading by 2, 10 minutes remaining. The winner goes to the Olympics. This was Ukic's shot when he went past Tonu.
Oh, what a fourth quarter we're going to have, eh?
So 5 of those threes for Croatia made by Krunoslav Simon. 31 rebounds for Croatia, 21 for Italy. And again, the X factor, Planinic offensively for what he's brought tonight. I mean, he didn't even start.
If you look, we've said about Croatia having those 3 scorers. I didn't really expect Planinic and Krunoslav Simon to be 2 of the 3, really.
Well, Šarić could still put up some numbers tonight, but he's still got 5 points.
I mean, Saric has played well, but he hasn't got going offensively. Gallinardi came out, and ever since that point, Italy just didn't know the focal point of their offense. Without Bellinelli hitting and the threat that he has, it was very indecisive, I should say, from Italy. I think Gallinardi's going to have to come back. And like I say, I think their best 5 might be with Gallinardi and Meli on the floor at the same time. Try and post up both of those guys. Or use the pick and roll with Gallinardi rolling down to the ring.
You know, interesting, Bogdanovic didn't score in the third quarter. He had 17 at halftime. But that man right there did, Simon. The fourth quarter action now underway here in the Paralimpico. It's Croatia leading by 2 against Italy. Remember, Daniel Hackett has the 4 fouls. He's on the bench for Italy. Gallinari back out there. Here's Tatome. He just hit the 3. Gallinari 5 on the shot clock and misses badly. So Croatia the 2-point lead. Italy need to get it done with their defense.
This is the stretch for Croatia, Italy to spurt, though, without Bogdanovic on the floor.
That man Simon again, this time well short. And the referee tells the guys to come over and get the moisture up where Gentile fell. Gallinari looking for an opening. Who's he going to pass it to? Is he going to go to the basket? Ooh. And Meli is there for the offensive rebound. He's really giving him a presence.
Yeah, I think just Meli's a better scorer on the inside. He gives up size. But when Planinic tries to hedge out and rebound on this pick and roll, Melli will finish going to the ring better than Cuisine.
We're all nodding. 54 each. And Planinic goes in and gets blocked by Melli. Now, and a technical foul called on Alexander Petrovic because he was complaining. He felt like there was goal interference, but I thought it was a good block. Watch this. Oh, I don't know. Maybe it was.
Yeah, it was off the backboard, wasn't it? At first look, I thought it was absolutely a clean block. But maybe it wasn't as clear cut as I first thought.
Well, Datomi takes advantage this time. Petrovic is trying to tell him that his assistants have looked at it on replay and had it confirmed that it was goal interference, and the referee just told him to sit down.
Well, she's just got to make, calm their heads again now. Bad call or not, there's 8 minutes to go, 8.5 minutes. Yeah.
Now Aradori, back out to Gallinari, it's online, and it doesn't go in. And it goes off Aradori, back over to Croatia.
Great work from Babic in there. The other guys boxed out. Planinic did a good job holding people off. Babic just went and got it for his team. Croatia just trying to fight minutes or get steal minutes while Bogdanovic is on the bench, really. Here he comes now.
And Šarić gets inside. Foul called on Datome.
Yeah, Datome slipped. He had to rush back to get into the play. From that moment on, he knew Šarić had the advantage. That's why he just went and fouled him. Didn't give him the score. That's smart. Here comes Bogdanovic. So they've got about 2-3 minutes of him on the bench.
Zonia also coming in for Luka Babic. I'll tell you, Petrovic is just egging the referee. He's not doing himself any favors here.
He needs to worry about coaching. He's got to make the calls for his team.
It's almost a distraction for his team, right? Šarić is at the line. Šarić with just 5 points, now 6. So that ties it at 55. Less than 8 minutes remaining. Gentile fades back, misses. Šarić with the rebound. Looks like Bellinelli got up and almost checked himself into the game again. He's coming up. He was like, I'm going in. And Melli going for the steal there. Ukic inside, and another foul called on Datome, battling Šarić. That's the second foul on Italy here in the quarter. 3 fouls now, Datome.
It's interesting, twice Šarić has managed to isolate Datome in the low block. Gallinari's guarding Bogdanovic on that. I'm not sure if it was a switch. That was in favor of Croatia. Italy, then Aradori comes out, they'll get a bit bigger. Perhaps Bellinelli coming in.
They get it to Ukic, the veteran, the Croatian that played at the Olympics 8 years ago. And also at the Olympic qualifying tournament. Here it is to Šarić inside. And they're going to count it. So a 3-point play opportunity for Šarić.
Beautiful slip and pass. I mean, watch this from Šarić. Zonia put a pass on the money. Šarić went to like he was going to set the screen and just cut right to the basket. Lost Gallinari. It's just, again, 2 young players making very heady moves. There's 4 fouls on Melli, so he has to come out now. And the fouls are hurting Italy. How they would love to have Melli and Hackett on the floor right now, I would think. So Šarić back at the line.
And he's getting close to double-double territory again. And he makes it, so he now has 9 points, 11 rebounds. And Daniel Hackett has to look on from the bench.
Good time for Bellinelli to hit a three, get the crowd into it again.
Gallinari's going to take a three, and that's going to be short.
I think Croatia will live there. Gallinari's being guarded by Planinic. He'll settle for the three-point shot. Planinic would struggle to keep him in front. That's where Gallinari has to, force the ball going to the basket, either get there and finish himself or create for somebody else off the kick out.
Italy just 3 3-pointers. Croatia have the 7, and inside the arc, Italy better.
Shows you a lot, doesn't it? You're shooting 45% inside, but only 23% outside. Surely we should know where to be taking the ball rather than settle for those threes.
What does it say about Croatia, though? I mean, they seem to have kind of grown up a little bit in this tournament. I mean, the most impressive thing for me is the fact that they lost that opening game, but they've been able to rebound from that, come back and beat Greece, especially. And, okay, they've struggled. They built the lead tonight. They lost it. Now they've come back and taken the lead again. So they're really proving to be quite resilient. And some of those other characters in that team may be a little bit better than we give them credit for. We talk so much about Šarić and Bogdanović, but Simon's come out and played tonight.
Planinic.
Yeah.
He's the other guy. 11 points from him. When they can get production out of that 5 spot that they have from him tonight, it changes. It just makes him so much more versatile because he can score on the inside. He draws people to him, frees up more space on the perimeter for everyone else. Šarić can isolate against Bargnani here.
And is he going to get some help? Nope, he's just going to score.
Well, look at the difference. So it's 4 position against 5 position. At one end, Gallinari settles for the 3. At the other end, Šarić goes right at the man and gets the easy layup. Well, not easy, but gets a layup.
Gallinari has to beat Bogdanović. And Bogdanović commits the foul. 3 fouls on him. Here it is again. Šarić goes right past Bargnani. Gentili travels.
This is where Hackett, is so good with the post game ability to use his strength and get to the basket, and defensively as well. Even though Bogdanović hasn't scored in this second half, and Ryan Q. Hackett walks up a little bit early, I think.
Bogdanović from the right, that was short, and nobody was able to get the rebound. Now in the corner, Bogdanović. He won't miss them all night long here. He's going to make some.
2 on the clock, I don't think they know.
And Šarić doesn't get it off in time. So sort of a good defense from Italy, but also a break. A little bit of lapse in concentration for Croatia. So Gentile is going to come back in.
So a bit early for Hackett. I think they'd have preferred another minute, but they need him on the floor, down 5.
Just can't pick up a cheap foul. Bellinelli trying to get away from Ukic. And then he passes. Ball knocked out of bounds. It'll be Italy's ball, 10 seconds on the shot clock.
Make sure they pick the right opportunity, Italy. They don't have to force if it's not there. Don't be passive from beyond the 3-point line.
They're looking for Bellinelli. Bellinelli throws it away. Here comes Bogdanovic. And they wanted an unsportsmanlike. But they're not going to get it. I think he was throwing to Bargnani.
It's because Datome's in front of the attacking player. So if the foul comes from the side or behind, automatic unsportsmanlike foul. But because he had sprinted back and got in front of Bogdanovic, that means it's just a regular foul. But it is the 4th team foul already against Italy. So any more fouls from them, Croatia will be shooting out the line. So a long time to go.
They're 88% right now. And inside! The foul and the three-point play opportunity for Šarić.
Well, I said throughout the first half, he hasn't had a great game offensively, but how good has he been? Just the poise, mentally his ability to stick with the game, even though, to have that confidence, even though he hasn't played well offensively in the first half, and to take over a game like this in the second. I mean, Bogdanovic scoreless in the second half, and Dario Šarić has just picked up the slack.
Well, Croatia's biggest lead of the game is 11. And they've now gone back in front by 7 with a chance to go up by 8.
Everything's on the table for Italy now. Hackett's in the game, Melli's in the game, both of those with the 4 fouls. But, this is the 5 they're going to have to go with. This is the 5 that will produce for them.
Italy's players looking on nervously from the bench.
Yeah, they've got to try and isolate with Melli. High ball screen maybe. See if they can attack Planinic. Or if he hedges, Melli roll into the basket.
5 on the shot clock. Datome, he puts up a 3. And long rebound.
Then they settle and don't make the 3.
Here's Bellinelli going to the basket. And he tries to dunk it and draws the foul from Šarić. And that will be number 3 on Šarić.
It'll be interesting to see a replay on that one. But the reason Šarić picked up a foul is because Bellinelli was so aggressive. Look at this. I like that as a play. I think that's a tremendous play from him. To attack the ring, not settle for the 3 as Italy have done.
So 4:44 remaining, and it's an 8-point lead for Croatia. Italy trying to get back to the Olympics for the first time since 2004. Croatia for the first time since 2008. And Bellinelli gets it back to a 7-point deficit.
Bellinelli might have to be the guy for Italy, win or lose. If they are going to let him shoot, he's the guy that can make them. So they run a couple of plays from him, see if he can free himself to make 1 or 2, get the crowd into it again.
6 points, the lead. Croatia, 4.5 minutes remaining. Hezonja, big time for him to be in the game. He's going to put up a 3 and misses, but Planinic with the offensive rebound gets blocked. And this time Hackett picks up the ball, and he's going to break, and he's going to pull it back out. And his bounce pass, and they go up to Gallinari for the dunk. Is that questionable shot selection at the other end from Hezonja? And Bogdanovic reaches down like he's been hurt. Here's another look at it.
Twisted his ankle a bit. But not only Hezonja's shot, also Planinic, the offensive rebound, fresh 14, rather than pull it out, use some time with the lead. He tried to force the shot up, and all that did was gave Italy the opportunity to get out in transition. And then for Italy, what did they do? Took their time, used that drag ball screen where Daniel Hackett can get into the lane. If he's able to get into the lane, Daniel Hackett, he often makes good things happen.
Petrovic brings Hezonja out and puts Simon back in. Simon has been hitting his shots tonight, 15 points. He's got the 3 fouls. Nobody with Croatia on 4 fouls. Hackett and Datome each with 4 fouls, as well as Melli for Italy. And they're all in the game. And he goes up. Good defense. Great rebound from Planinic, and he puts it up and in. And a foul called as well.
Yeah. Against
On
Datomi.
Unbelievable.
It's just great work from Planinic. And what an offensive rebound from him.
It was indeed the foul called on Datomi. So Planinic now 13 points, 4 rebounds.
And something that's gone quietly unnoticed by us is 10 offensive rebounds from Croatia. Planinic, there's another one, done an excellent job. They've got only 10-second chance points, but it's also just, the offensive rebound, how it takes the heart away from the Italian defense. Forces you to play defense for another 10 seconds or so, just a disappointment factor as well.
Well, Croatia have to prove they can close this thing out. But they're not really showing signs of cracking right now. And the impressive thing is as well that they're getting points without Bogdanovic. I mean, he's still got 17. He hasn't scored in the second half.
Well, they're the ones making all the plays, aren't they? Croatia, every time there's a step-up play, it's Saric in the low post, it's Planinic on the offensive rebound. Who's going to do it for Italy? Who's going to be the one that steps up?
Well, Saric with the 14 points, 12 rebounds is those are numbers you just can't ignore.
Datomi fouled out on that foul as well, so he's gone. And Aladore is in. Rather than Gentile, interesting.
Well, he is definitely the X factor tonight. Planinic coming off the bench, and fortunately for Italy, he misses badly. He shot him well before that. But Italy with plenty of time. 3 minutes, 45 seconds. Bellinelli, that's online. That's good. That's a three. And just like that, the lead is cut in half.
Well, that's a huge three from Bellinelli. Not only for the points, look at the crowd on their feet on that far side.
They are going nuts inside the Palo-Olimpico. Simo now gets inside, passes back to Šarović for three. Off the front of the rim.
Italy need to play with a calm head. Don't force a three if they don't, if it's not there.
That Bellinelli three is really giving this Italy team some hope now. Hackett gets in, puts up the layup and in. It's a one-point game.
That's why Hackett has to be on the floor.
7 points. He's got the 4 fouls. It's all happening right now here in Turin. This crowd is as loud as it's been all week. Ukic puts up a three, and Planinic comes in, the offensive rebound.
Is that Hackett?
And I think it was on Gallinari.
I think it's Hackett. Oh yeah, it's Gallinari. His 4th.
Boy, you just cannot say enough about Planinic. So now Gallinari with 4 fouls. So this is a war of attrition for Italy, that's for sure.
Planinic, 13 points, 5 rebounds, but 4 offensive rebounds for him.
Two and a half minutes, 2:33 to go. Planinic has to take it in a very loud arena and misses, as you can hear. This is what you call home court advantage for Italy. It's just getting louder and louder. See, he had made his first 3. Yeah. Now he's missed his last 2. And he breaks the second one. And Gallinari with those long arms goes up and gets the rebound, hands it off to Hackett.
Well, that's the home court advantage here in Turin for Italy.
Bellinelli puts up a 3, that's off.
And Gallinari fights for the rebound. It goes back to Italy. It looked like it went off Saric.
Tremendous work from Gallinari there. Interesting. Croatia, after planning, she's been playing so well, offensively rebounding. They're going to go really small here now. Hezonja's in.
Maybe they feel slow-footed defensively.
No,
Get him a break just for a minute and put him back out there.
Italy's got to go to Meli. He's being guarded by Bogdanovic. Put him in the low block. And now Gallinari on the switch against Simon.
Saric is going to be there to help out, though. And, oh, beautiful pass! Meli! Gallinari right into perfection. Croatia looked like they were getting ready to get to the finish line, and Italy have stormed back to take the lead. Simon. And a foul called on Gallinari, and he has fouled out of the game. And Gallinari is pointing to his eye to say, I got a finger in the eye.
Yeah, the foul was before that, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's the thing. He put his hands on the man as he was driving. Croatia got to find a way to get Bogdanovic involved in this. He hasn't scored in the second half, but in that offense, he was on the far side, just stood in the corner.
That is a major, major sequence. As you look at Gallinari leave the court, you could just feel like he was playing his best basketball of the tournament, and Italy kind of, I mean, they need all of those guys out there.
Yeah.
Do they have enough to get to the finish line? They are now leading by one. And Simon, see what kind of blood he's got in his veins.
Well, he's a guy that's been there before. Miroslav Simon, one of the more experienced heads on this Croatian team, isn't he? Plays his club basketball in Italy. 30 years of age. He's the oldest guy on the team.
So Gallinari takes the seat. He fouls out, and there's his dad looking on. 12 points, 8 rebounds for Gallinari, and Simon gets the shooter's roll. Gallinari sitting next to Pepe Poeta. And it's going to be a nervous finish here now. And Simon sinks both. He does have ice running in his veins. Now, Bellinelli. Really put up a three while they try to get something inside. Bellinelli trying to post up here. And Bellinelli gets in and draws the contact.
Smart play from Bellinelli. Put it on the floor. He felt the contact and just kind of jumped into Hezonja. Knew he'd get to the line. Hezonja didn't establish his position. Let's see, just the right hand was down, and then Hezonja wasn't straight up either, was it?
Miroslav Simon there just put Croatia back in front. Bellinelli makes the first. He's wearing the mask because of the broken cheekbone. I'm sure they like the toughness.
Yeah, I mean, he's a very good free throw shooter, Bellinelli. 83% in the NBA season this year. Has he taken many as big as this for Italy?
He makes both. So Italy back in front now, 1:20 remaining. Bogdanovic pulls up and hits it.
That's why they've got to go to him, man. I mean, you say about ice water in the veins, that's just so smooth from Bogdanovic there.
And Ukic trying to get the foul called on Bellinelli. And Pettit, the referee, says, nope, we got to play on. See if they try to get something going to the basket again. No, it's going to be Bellinelli at the line, and he misses. And Bogdanovic has it.
Good box out from Ukic, just held on to Meli. Nobody else from Italy trying to get after it.
46 seconds. Croatia with a 1-point lead. Bogdanovic. Arador, he's got to be careful. He's going to go right past him. He does, and misses the shot. It looked like Melli might tap it in. Bellinelli takes the pick. He's going to go hard. He's going to miss it, but Melli is there. Italy scrap. Simon with the rebound. 22.7 seconds, and Italy have to foul.
Still plenty of time to go in this one, though. Even if he makes both free throws, it's still going to be a one-possession game. Italy have the chance to hit the 3 to tie, and 20 seconds is a long time.
You see that play there? It looked like Messina came running out, telling Bellinelli to pass it over to Hackett. But Bellinelli went to his right when he got the pick. And we've just seen Simon make a couple of free throws. He has a chance now to take it up to a 3-point lead. And it rims out. And they could also, if they had gone up by 3, of course, they could foul. Croatia still have a foul to give. Well, this is pretty intense stuff. Olympic place on the line. 69-68. Simon makes 1 of 2. So, timeout, Italy.
Where do you go if you're Italy? What do you run?
Advance the ball.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, Bellinelli's been kind of the go-to guy for them, but...
Do you hold it for 1?
No, you got to go early just to allow yourself to rebound.
Well, yeah, so you just go...
Yeah. I think you just take whenever it's there.
Yeah.
You don't wait. If you get a 3 for the right guy, you can take it. But the most important thing for me, I think Italy have got to crash the glass. They have nobody trying to rebound for them at all. Now the other question is, do Croatia wait, foul to use the foul that they have, and then foul again to send Italy to the line?
I don't know. You just saw those numbers with the graphic, 14 of 15 at the line for Italy, but of course they're tougher to make at this time of the game.
That's the option if you're Croatia. If you foul them twice, Italy have to make free throws. If you do it early, if they miss, then it's meant that they've only got 1 point from the line, and you get the ball back. Even if they make both of them, if you do it with about 10 seconds to go, you've still got the opportunity to get a shot away. I'm surprised he hasn't brought Tommy back in. He shot it pretty well today.
He's fouled out.
Oh, of course he has. That's why.
5 fouls.
Yeah.
So you've got 21.2 seconds. Italy trailing by 2. This is the final of the FIBA Olympic qualifying tournament here in Turin. The winner of this game goes to the Olympics. Gentile has it. They're running the play.
Small lineup.
Bellinelli's being held there by Ukic. And they're going to call the foul now with 10.7 seconds remaining.
So Croatia really small. And they're switching everything. Means that they haven't got an advantage on the switch, and they go to the inside. So they're going to continue to do that. He's the one. He's got it. I know he's not really their go-to guy, but I think Melli, if he screams for someone, rolls to the basket, he can post up a smaller man.
Gentile's going to inbound it right in front. He gets it to Bellinelli, goes behind his back, puts up a tough shot. The follow is good by Melli. 5.6 seconds remain. And now Croatia are going to call a timeout to talk about it and advance the ball. Here it is again. Look at this. He goes behind his back, gets the shot up, and Melli was able to get in and get one of the biggest taps of his career.
Well, I said I wanted someone from Italy to rebound, and that's why. It's a great move from Bellinelli, but great play from Melli. He's there with 2 Croatian defenders, and that's the negative of going small. If you're Croatia, they got the advantage of switching, but when he missed, tremendous effort from Melli. Melli, 11 points and 8 rebounds. But It's still a long time to get a shot if you're Croatia. I mean, 6 seconds. How many times have they got the ball to 6 seconds on a shot clock? And Bogdanovic or Saric has come up with a play. I don't think that the time is really a factor right now.
Well, don't forget, Italy, if they foul, they'll put them on the line. So it's a brave referee is going to make that call. He might not get out of Turin if he does make that call. I'd be surprised. Well, maybe they'll give it to Hazanya. We talked about this being his coming out tournament. He hasn't been brilliant, but who knows?
He won't shy away from a shot, that's for sure.
So Aradori's going to guard Ukic. They advance the ball after the timeout. And Ukic is going to inbound it. Bogdanovic has it. He gets in. He puts it up. He misses. And we're going to have overtime. Oh! Would that have counted? That may have counted. We'll have to look and see again. $70-all, we're going to overtime.
I mean, we always said this was going to be arguably the closest qualifier. Let's have a look at this one. Bogdanovic is incensed that he got fouled in the last possession. I didn't see it. Hackett again, great defense. But we've said, haven't we, since we saw the teams coming in, this is going to be, just some incredible matchups. Overtime and the one to win.
Well, I think they did a good job of getting it to their man that they needed to get it to. If you're gonna, you get it to Bogdanovic, don't you? Even though he hasn't scored that many points in the second half, just 2 points in the second half.
And it wasn't the worst look for him either. That's the type of shot he'll take on a regular basis. Other people would say it's pretty hard, but this is the play. We said Croatia have had guys stepping up, and Nicolo Melli has stepped up there for Italy. Tremendous work on the offensive glass. The foul's still an issue for Italy, though, aren't they? I mean,
that's right. They don't have Gallinari in the fourth in the overtime.
They don't have Datomi, and Hackett is on 4 as well. I wonder if he'll come out early in the overtime.
Okay, the overtime is underway. 70-all between Italy and Croatia. Croatia had a shot to win it at the end, and Bogdanovic missed from the corner, although he was well guarded. Now Šarić going to post up Hackett, gets inside and goes strong. Hackett has to be careful about how he defends in there. That was a good call by Petrovic.
Absolutely. Hackett doesn't want to, he can't be as physical as he usually is at the risk of that 5th foul, and Saric knew that.
Bellinelli for 3. Now it's interesting, isn't it? Croatia go inside the Šarić. Italy settle for a 3. See if they go again to Šarić. Nope, they're going to have Simone for 3. That was from down in Milan way. And did the ball go out of bounds? Yes, it did. So it goes back over to Croatia.
It's one of those occasions. Bellinelli steals it. He's away. He's got a layup. Bogdanovic just got fingers on it. Tipped it onto his leg.
Italy bench looking on nervously.
Ukic, Simon. Now Šarić gets inside, lost it, but is able to bat it. Now Bogdanović for three. And Šarić goes up for the board. Another opportunity for Croatia. 3.5 minutes remaining now. Simon wide open. Good! 5-point lead for Croatia.
And all about the dive of Dario Saric. Once again, he dove to the basket. Didn't see who it was. Supposed to be guarding Simon. Had to sprint in to take away Dario Saric, and that just left him open in the corner. 6 threes, Simon.
Aradori's going to put up a jumper. Good! A three! Boy, talk about clutch.
What a time for your first points of the game.
Unbelievable.
I mean, what a three.
And Petrovic will ask for a timeout for the next dead ball. Ukic. Šarić, guarded by Bellinelli. He's going to take it inside. And a foul called on Bellinelli.
His fourth. All the confidence in the world for Aradore.
Well, you got to play the game, don't you? You got to play with confidence. And this was Simon before that. Kissing his jersey after he made that. 4 fouls. Boy, we're going to see some people coming off the bench here shortly. You'd feel for Italy, because they have got all kinds of foul trouble. Look at Hezonja looking on. Or no, that's Kruselin looking on. I thought it was Hezonja.
Hezonja's on the floor. I hope he's not praying.
Šarić. And clutch free throws. He goes to 17 points and 13 rebounds.
He was an absolute superstar of a junior, Dario Saric. You know, so well regarded as a junior player. And now this is his time at senior international, isn't it? You know, the ability is just starting to come through for him.
He makes both. Could end up mentioning him in the same breath, talking about the greats of Croatian basketball like Kukoc and Petrovic. Here goes Aradore. And he was hemmed in. Passes now Hackett. Spins into the lane. Over to Aradore. Another three. And the ball batted out to Hackett. Over to Aradore. He asked for it. He's got it. But it's off the back of the rim. With 2:10 remaining.
Oh, they've got 2 good looks, really, Italy. And I don't mind Aradore shooting them either. He's got some, you know, he's got the ability to make them. He just did. He's confident shooting it.
Croatia can get a real dagger here if they make this. Ukic with 3 on the shot clock. Short. Aradore. 1:45 to go. Hands off to Bellinelli.
Don't need a 3, Italy.
Hackett gets inside, draws the foul from Hezonja.
Much better from Daniel Hackett there. He's the one guy, isn't he, that trying to take people off the dribble, get into the lane. Everybody else just kind of sitting around the 3-point line.
Both teams playing for their Olympic lives right here. They're trying to get to Rio. And Hackett. Italy shot it very well from the line. That's only their second miss. 14 of 16 now. 1 minute and 37 seconds to go. Gallinari's fouled out. Has to watch. And the second one is good. Šarić is going to inbound it to Ukic again. See if they can run a play for Šarić. And they're going to give it to Bogdanović. Is he going to go or is he going to put one up? He's going to go right at Melli and gets it to Hezonja. They pass it back to Bogdanović for 3. Good! That is a dagger, and look at Coach Petrovic.
Oh, great team basketball from Croatia. They had all the options on that far side, but credit again Ukic and Hezonja with the extra pass.
And Bellinelli puts up a shot and is fouled. If he'd made that, it would have been a three-point play opportunity.
You don't have to panic here, Italy, though. I mean, the crowd are emotional, obviously, but don't worry yet. You can make from the line here. You can cut the lead to 4. You've still got a minute to go. You get
There
at
it is
least 2
again.
more shots. Yeah.
The three that takes Bogdanovic to 22 points. He had 17 in the first half. The problem they've got is that Croatia will take some time off the clock.
Yeah, but they're going to get 2 more shots. They have to. So you don't need to panic, but they've got to get stops on the defensive end. That's the most important thing. Stop. Get a quick score.
We're in overtime. It's been a very interesting game. The shot clock malfunction in the first quarter caused a 20-minute delay. And Bellinelli makes both. Now they need to play defense like their lives depend on it. Bellinelli with 18 points. 8 of 9 at the line. Simon guarded by Gentile.
It's the same play again. Saric will come ball screen.
Bogdanovic back out to shot. He's 6 on the shot clock, and he loses it. Here comes Hackett. Up to Gentile. Oh, Gentile missed the layup.
You might have to think about fouling now.
That was their opportunity. And they do foul.
It's so unfortunate because Bellinelli was absolutely flying down this right-hand wing. He was just a step behind Hackett that he couldn't see him. If Hackett had known he was there, I think he would have gone to Bellinelli to hit the 3, and now Bellinelli's had to sacrifice himself with that 5th foul.
And we knew that was going to happen. Eventually, one of them would go, and it's Bellinelli. Italy up against it, down 4 in overtime. And a break for Italy as Simon misses the first. Croatia, round of 16, humiliated last year by the Czech Republic. And here they are. They're about really within touching distance of the Olympics, but he misses both. On Gentile, just threw it away. What was he doing?
It was a play for it. It was Saric, though. Saric stole it. Just every time you need a play, Dario Saric is there.
And that is devastating for Italy and for Gentile, who missed the layup on the break. Now they've lost Melli to 5 fouls. 23.4 seconds remaining. And Bogdanovic, a good free throw shooter, goes to the line. Takes his time, makes the first.
If he makes it, they've got to go for a 3. If he misses, you do have the option of Daniel Hackett just go in immediately to the ring, try and get a quick 2, see if he can draw a foul as well. It's got to be a 3 now. It's 6 down.
No, so Italy will call timeout. See Perisic there, the Croatian international football player, watching. And Italy come over to the bench, down 6, and I guess you could say needing a miracle maybe.
But the thing is, with this margin, what Croatia will do is they'll go small and possibly even just foul as soon as it comes in. Put you to the line for 2 rather than let you shoot a 3. Yeah, I mean, even if you make 2 and they miss 2, time's just going to be ticking away. So it's Croatia hold all the cards right now. They've got all the options. Italy need a miracle, really. And the other problem that Italy have got, who's going to make the 3 for them? Hackett's not a great shooter. Cousin's just had to come in. He's not going to make them.
Aradori.
Yeah, Aradoria will step up without a doubt. Gentile's struggled throughout. Tonal's just stepped into the game, has barely played a minute.
So Italy's Olympic hopes dangling by a thread. They will inbound it, and they're going to need something special. What a great moment for Croatian basketball this will be. in hostile territory if they can qualify for the Olympics. And Aradori gives it to Hackett at the line, and he gets that. So just in the lane, rather.
It's a 2, though. They needed a 3.
And they foul with 12.4 seconds remaining. Well, Italy, I guess in a way, being punished for a slow start, partially. The foul trouble.
5 of 20 from beyond the three-point line hasn't helped as well.
And as good as Šarić has been tonight, it could be that Bogdanović gets the MVP. He's got a game-high 25 points right now. And Petrovic looks like he's on course for the most famous moment in his coaching career, getting Croatia back to the Olympics. Aradori, Italy can't mess around. They got to put it up. Hackett. Aradori for 3, misses. Croatia rebound, and Croatia has spoiled the party here in Turin. It is Croatia that has qualified for the Olympics. Šarić has gone down. Hopefully he's okay. Fantastic achievement. Fantastic achievement for Croatia. Look at the celebrations. They have beaten Italy, the hosts, 84-78 to qualify for the Olympics. Unbelievable scenes.
And you've got to say they deserve it. I mean, what a performance from Croatia. On the road here in Italy, Bogdanović stepped up, Šarić stepped up, Simon with 21 points stepped up, Planinic with 13 points stepped up. You know, they just had performances from all over the floor. So congratulations to Croatia.
Absolutely. 84-78. Bogdanović with the 26 points. Look at him. He really has been terrific. And, you know, the fact that Croatia, I just can't get over that Croatia, that we watched kind of implode last year in the round of 16, has come out and done this. It is incredible. And this is the drama of the Olympic qualifying tournaments.
Absolutely. I mean, Croatia came in, we were speaking before about all the players they're missing as well. Just like other teams, they haven't had everyone here, but what a tremendous performance. I mean, you cannot give enough credit to that man, Bogdanović, really, can you?
No, and to be fair, we've harped on Petrovic's issues with his complaining, but I mean, he's done a masterful job. Yeah,
but today he didn't let it get to him. You know, they did get some tough calls. They did get the the goaltend as well. I don't think was the right call. But what a performance, and yeah, Coach Petrovic managed to keep his team so focused throughout overtime. He had all the play calls, you know.
Well, Dario Šarić with 18 points, 13 rebounds. Simon with 21 points, 5 rebounds, 26 points, 6 rebounds for Bogdanović. Planinic, don't forget what he did. It really was a case of just everybody really stepping up tonight for Croatia. And don't forget, they also had to beat Greece. They had to take the real tough road to the title, or to the win here in Turin. I mean, no offense to Mexico, but really they're not quite the same force as Greece. And Croatia have come out, and they're receiving some applause by this Italian crowd, which recognizes they've been the better team.
Yeah, and the Croatians have recognized the fans as well for the fantastic atmosphere we've had here in Turin. They celebrated the Italian fans, who did make this a really good game.
So as they celebrate, you know what? We've got two teams from the Balkans going, two teams from the Balkans going, because Serbia also won tonight, winning against Puerto Rico at home 108-77. So they've joined the Olympic field. And tomorrow either France or Canada will win and qualify for the Olympics. Arapovic didn't play here at the Olympic qualifying tournament, but could be that he'll be on the plane ride to Rio for the Olympics. And Miro Bilan, just all the way. It's just very difficult to win the OQT. And Italy know that. They have the home pressure. just wasn't quite there. And much of that is owed to this team right here. They were just too good. So the celebrations underway. Croatia going back to the Olympics. They made it in 2008. And they're going to announce the MVP of the OQT. And it has been won by Dario Saric, the MVP. So Dario Saric has been named the MVP of the Olympic qualifying tournament. He had the 18 points, the 13 rebounds. He also had the 11 points and the 10 rebounds in the first game against Italy, and also the 16. And it's a Tissot. The award that is being given is it's being presented by Tissot, and it's Orazio Moratori, the president of FIBA, standing there with Dario Saric, presenting him the Tissot watch, the MVP watch. I think that could have easily gone to Bogdanovic as well, but I think Saric, it was one of the others, one of the two.
I mean, the biggest travesty is you had to pick one of them, didn't you? Bogdanovic, 25 points a game he's scored. He's the tournament's leading scorer, and he hasn't won the award, but I think both of them have been absolutely brilliant.
And really coming in, I thought it would be either Saric or Bogdanovic. I mean, they've been the two best players, most consistent. Look at Dino Raja on the right. He's here. Emotional moment for him because he knows what it's like to play at the Olympics. And it's just a big moment for international basketball. You hate to see the Italians lose, especially as the host nation, but now they're being presented, the Croatians, with the ticket to Rio. It's going to be a long, hard rest of the summer, I guess, for Italy and their basketball fans. But not for Croatia. They'll take a break. They'll regroup. They have won the Rio ticket, the ticket to Rio, and I dare say they probably won't get much sleep tonight.
And you got to say, I mean, you mentioned the tough road that they had, but overall, all the games, I think they are the deserved winner as well. They put they put the performances together. They've had to win here against Italy. You know, everything. For Croatia to win is credit to them and how well they've done.
So here you have it. To the far right, you see Serbia and Croatia have crashed the Olympic party, and the last ticket there will be decided between France and Canada. We've got Brazil as the host, the USA as the world champions making it. Nigeria is the AfroBasket winners last year. Argentina and Venezuela when they reached the final of the FIBA Americas Championship last year. Asian champions China, Spain and Lithuania who reached the final of the Eurobasket, and Australia who won the FIBA Oceania Championship. So now add a couple more European teams. You could end up having a clean sweep of European teams. That France-Canada game will be something else tomorrow. I can't wait to watch that one.
Well, as we've seen today, though, Jeff, you can never count your chickens too early. I don't think many people, thought that Italy would lose here at home, but Croatia are on their way to Rio.
Well, we hope that we've taken some of you back to the good old days of the great Yugoslavian basketball. It's been a great all night for the Balkans, hasn't it? Both Serbia and also Croatia here, and you've been able to watch really two, I'd say, Croatian greats kind of in the making. Bogdanovic and Saric, and some incredible performances from Simon and Planinic. And, of course, Alexander Petrovic deserves a lot of credit over there as coach. It's been our pleasure to bring it to you. Lloyd, any closing thoughts? Who's going to win the Olympics?
One of the teams that's qualified, or France or Canada. There you go. No, thank you, Jeff. It's been a pleasure to be here with you, as always, in Turin. Fabulous tournament, well organised, and a great city as well.
Yep. Thanks a lot for hosting it to Italy, and whenever you get a chance to come to Turin, you'd be making a big mistake if you said no. Get yourself over here. It's a wonderful place. So one final time, Croatia in overtime winning it 84-78 over Italy to win the FIBA Olympic qualifying tournament in Turin and to qualify for the Rio de Janeiro Games. Thanks for watching, everyone.